Well, I'm going to try and make another video of some of the tools that I have. YouTube, their agreement terms or whatever, says I can't pick up and I can't handle these tools. So I'm just going to show you my tools. And I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to have to move this camera around. This is a Colt Series 70, 1911, 38 Super. And if you can tell up on the back there, it's got a windage adjustable rear sight, windage and elevation adjustable rear sight. And if I could get around to the front, it also has a barrel bushing that is not standard. But yes, it is a Colt. If I can get it in focus there, it is a Colt, but it is a 38 Super. Here is my other Colt. This one is factory. And you'll notice that one doesn't have a front sight or a back sight. And it came from the dealer exactly like that. This one over here was the one I used to carry for years. This one on the right is brand new. And I got it a few years ago, and it came from Colt like that. Called Colt, asked them why they sent them out like that. Colt said that most of the dealers like to put their own sights on, because a customer would come in and say, I don't like this sight, put a different sight on. So they just left the sights off, and it's cheaper for Colt to do it that way. So there you are, two Series 70, 38 Super, caliber 38 Super, Colt 1911s. One that's well used, the one on the left, I bought from a pawn shop up in Ayer, Massachusetts for $350 back in the day, early 80s. That one I bought in Iowa, the one on the right there, from my local gun dealer, tool dealer, a few years ago. Cost 3 times more than that. All right, here we go. We have another one, another 1911, but this is a Remington R1. And as you can see, it was the National Turkey Federation's Gun of the Year one year, which I did win at a benefit auction. Never been out of the box, never been fired. Don't know what it's worth. Don't care. What does it say? 2012? Yeah, it says 2012 Gun of the Year. So I've had that one for what, 12, 13 years now. Never been out of the box, never been out of the house. Never been shot, never will be. It is the first year Remington R1. And then we'll come down to my latest purchase here. If you can see it, that is a Glock. Gary, why do you like Glocks? I never did like Glocks. Didn't like a 17, didn't like a 19, although I like the size of the 19. 17's a full-size gun. 19 is a compact. Compact's my size of gun. This one's a little smaller, this Glock, but it is a 43X MOS. They changed the grip angle just a little bit, and it fits my hand really well. There is going to be a Holosun 407K goes on this gun, and that will be in my carry rotation. I have to switch out the magazine release and put a new magazine release in. I have to put a metal one in instead of the plastic one, because I have new metal magazines, extended magazines for it. All right, then we're going to go right, let's see, over here, and that one is a beautiful, pretty gun. There's a CZ Shadow 2, full-size DA-SA hammer-fired gun. It is a full-size steel frame competition gun. It's not set up for a sight, electronic sight on it. It's just made for steel sights. That's it. And I like the gun, but it's very heavy. Shoots like a dream. So I'm told. I've never shot this one. Then we come over here, and this is my pride and joy right here. This is my Shadow 2 DASA semi-automatic handgun, but it is a compact version of that Shadow 2 over there. This is the compact version with the aluminum frame. Much, much lighter handgun. This one's been out, but it hasn't been fired yet. I will take this one out and fire it. This is a wonderful feeling handgun. The trigger on these two, on the Shadow 2, on the Shadow 2 Compact, wonderful triggers, wonderful. It's the Lamborghini, the Maserati of handguns right there. Those two. But that Glock right there, that's going to be in my carry rotation. We took that one out and shot it. My future son-in-law the other day. Good gun. Good gun. And we shot a few handguns, 6, I think. And he is a former Marine. No, not former Marine. He's a former MP, Army MP. He's a Desert Storm vet, the second Desert Storm. He's an MP armorer. So I had him choose back to back which of my handguns he liked the best. And the one I carry most every day now is the one he decided that he liked the best, which is my Canik Elite SC, topped with a Holosun 407K. And one of these days, I'll bring that gun in here too for you. We'll show you that one. Remington R1 1911 in 45 caliber, God's caliber. 2 1911 Series 70. One brand new, one well used, and caliber 38 Super. My Glock 43X in 9mm Parabellum, and my CZ Shadow 2 and my CZ Shadow 2 Compact, also in 9mm. Well, I hope you guys kind of like this little journey. I can't touch these guns. I can't touch any of them. I can point to them. I can point to them, but I can't touch them. So hopefully you guys kind of liked this little journey here into some of my other little collectibles and some of my other tools that I use. But I have more. I have more. Someday we'll see them. Thanks for coming along on this little journey, guys. I know it's a short one, but it's I'm really proud of those two CZs. I love them to death. I love my 1911s. I grew up shooting 1911s. I was in Army marksmanship team at Fort Riley back in the mid to late 70s. And I had a company commander who was a big pistol shooter when I was with the 10 Special Forces group up at Fort Devens, Massachusetts. And that's where I picked up my 38 Super 1911. I picked up another one since then, and all the rest of these have come about since then. But I have another 15 out in the safe and another safe. And I enjoy fine handguns. I enjoy shooting. So if anybody wants to talk sometime, email, get a hold of me by phone or whatever, get a hold of me on Facebook, and we'll talk some shooting stuff. All right, guys. Really good. Springfield, yeah. There's a couple over there in my safe, Tom. I got let's see, I got an inland carbine, 30 caliber carbine. I got a Springfield 03A3 that came back from one of the Japanese islands in the Pacific in a Chinese arms cache that my uncle got. And there's a M1 Garand over there also. A Thompson 45 semi-automatic, of course. They're all semi-automatics. And I have a Lee Enfield M5 Jungle carbine that was made. That one was made in Australia. I think I tracked that one down. It was made in Australia. And there's my Colt SP1 that I bought back in 1978, I think. 78? Yeah, I think. I bought it then, 77, 78, for 350, 400 bucks from a local gun dealer. And what I did was, because I wanted that in my gun cabinet with my military firearms that made history, I took the birdcage flash suppressor off, put the 3-prong flash suppressor on. It's got the original handguard, triangular handguard. It's got the original stock. It doesn't have a forward assist because the first M16 did not have a forward assist. Of course, mine is a semi-automatic, but it looks exactly like the original Colt M16. So that one, I have a lot of other AR-15s, probably 9 other AR-15s in different calibers that I shoot now. So that one is in my gun cabinet also. Yeah, it's another queen. I have some guns that'll never get shot, some guns that I shoot a lot. I have about 5 different handguns I have in my carrier rotation, just so that I can have different feels on my hips and in my abdomen. Sometimes I carry appendix, sometimes I carry 4 or 5 o'clock on my hip. But yeah. And when you get this many guns, a lot of times you have to have a lot of different holsters because not every gun fits in every holster and blah, blah, blah. What I have found over the years, I don't have any Canics in here, but I thought CZs had the best trigger on the market coming out of the factory. They do not. Canic does. Canic has the best. And Canics are not a very expensive handgun, but are a very good handgun. Another 1911 that I have in my other safe is a 45 caliber 1911. Looks exactly like a military. Is a Tesas. Great shooting gun. $375. Nobody says a gun has to cost a lot of money. And I'm telling you right now, this gun and this gun cost a lot of money. I have more capital in these 2 guns and these 2 CZs than I would have in an ounce and a half of gold, an ounce and a quarter of gold. So I like my handguns, and I also buy handguns for the future. Those will also get passed on to my children. It's another form of investment to me. It's a form of protection, but it's a form of investment also. My military guns, and in my other gun cabinet, I have Soviet long guns and German and Swedish long guns. So any of the weapons manufacturers or weapons designers that I think made a significant contribution to history, I collect their weapons. So Springfield 1911. No, I don't have any Springfields. I got a Remington. I have 2 Colts. I have a Thesis, and I have a, what's the other one? Oh, I can't think of it right off the top of my head. Bull Armory. There you go. A Bull Armory made in Israel. No Springfields, though. All right, let me look at chat here and see if I can. Next episode, long gun. Well, no, I'm going to do pistols again, but I have to go to another location in another place and get them out of the safe, because not it's like my medals, you know. Not all of them stay here. Some of them are different places, different locations, and different vaults. So the same thing with the guns. I think we'll do another one on handguns, maybe 2 on handguns. Got enough handguns, and then probably a couple on long guns. But hi, Mandy. Show me nothing wrong with that. Yeah, and I've bought and sold some guns. I had at one time, I think I had 15 or 16 22 caliber rifles. For whatever reason, I just got good deals on them. I kept buying them. Finally, I had enough. I had to sell probably 10 of them. I had to get rid of some. So I did. I hate selling guns. I had a Ruger Security Speed 6 in 357 4-inch barrel. I sold that. I had a Browning. It's called the Sportsman. It's a 12-gauge shotgun. It's patterned after the Browning A5, the Remington, patterned after the Browning A5. It was a 3-shot shotgun, specifically made for waterfowl hunting. So you'd have to put a plug in. My brother has that one, and he won't sell it back. I sold a Model 88 lever action Winchester 243 to my neighbor, which I still had that one. So yeah, there's been some guns I've gotten rid of over the years. I really didn't want to, but I either didn't have a room, I was going in the Army, or I was doing whatever. I just had to get rid of some. So I've been slowly, surely building back up. Same thing with my medals, slowly, surely building up. I don't know. I mean, I've got 2 of them right here in this desk drawer, but I can't handle them. But what I can do is I can black this out and put one there. And I can black this out and put another one here. Okay. So I can do that. And you didn't see me handle them at all. That little green one right there, or they call it flat dark earth or whatever it is, that's a PSA dagger, compact 9mm striker fired handgun. I have 2 PSAs. I have one in the bedroom on my nightstand. It's a black gun, but it is it has suppressor height sights, and it's got a threaded barrel, and it does not have the cuts in the lightning cuts in the barrel like this one has. But that one's made for a suppressor to screw on. And then this little bugger here is my Ruger LCP in 380. And you'll see it's got a laser light on the side. So you never saw me handle them, but there's a couple more of them anyway. And what I'd like to do is take 2 of them in my hand, and I'd like to put them up side by side, top, show you the length and width difference and everything, but I can't do that. One of the things I will say about my Glock 19 magazines, because I have a Ruger PCC, Ruger pistol caliber carbine. It takes Ruger magazines, so I have a lot of Ruger magazines for that. They will fit in a Ruger Model 17, 19, or they'll fit in my PCC, and they will fit in these PSAs. They will fit in the PSAs. They won't fit in that Glock. That 43 takes a different magazine, but they will fit in a 17, 19, the Ruger pistol caliber carbine, and my PSAs. Because this PSA is nothing more than a Glock Gen 3. That's all it is. This is a Glock 19 Gen 3. That's exactly what it is. So, I'm not one, I don't like Glocks. Never have liked Glocks. Never liked the grip angle on a Glock. I didn't like how blocky they were. They look like crap to me. And they never fit my hand right because I'm used to a 1911 style grip. But PSA changed the grip angle on those Glock 19s and 17s. And they went to that style of the handle. They changed the grip angle on it, like the gun. I like the gun, like the function. I still don't like how wide it is and how ugly it looks, but it comes apart easy. It's easy to maintain. It's easy to fix. It's easy to modify. And just about, you can put that PSA in just about any Glock magazine and any magazines I have for my Canics or my CZs. So, yeah. And that little Ruger LCP, I won that one also at a, I don't know, NRA auction. It was, I bought a ticket or I got tickets with the membership and put it in a bucket. Hey, I got a pistol. That's wonderful. Same thing with that Remington R1 over there. Won that one. Cost me, I think, $50 to buy tickets for that one. I usually don't get very lucky. I did win one AR-15 on a Ducks Unlimited. I won a shotgun on a Ducks Unlimited. I won one on an NRA, one on an NWTF benefit banquets. But it's like medals to me. I can't win in races. I just can't win. It doesn't pay me to enter races because I just don't win. I don't have that luck. So I'd rather buy instead of do races. I'd rather just buy what I want outright. But yeah, when am I running a GAW on these stores? Boy, if I ran a GAW on a couple of these, we'd have to do, let me see, we'd have to do $100 a chance. Let's see, for the last one, we'd have to do 20, at least 25 chances, because I know it's gone up in price since then. So it'd have to be 100 for 25. And I don't think really people want to do, most people don't want to do that. I mean, maybe I would, depending on what we're giving away, but yeah, I don't know. You know, the Colts, you could buy them like this one. I bought it at a pawn shop for $350. This first 38 Super here, that one I bought a few years later, like 25 years later, and that was damn near $900 when I bought it, and that's been a few years for that one. I mean, they're exactly the same gun, exactly same caliber, everything, except that one doesn't have any sights on. This one has sights on. That's all. This one's used and that one's new. Exactly the same gun, but 1, 2, 3, just almost 4 times the cost now. So guns are like metals. They go up, they don't go down too much. Guns go up about 10% per year. They don't take up much space. They don't make any noise. You don't have to feed them. You don't have to water them. All you got to do is keep them oiled a little bit and brush down, and they'll return you about 10%. I mean, if you look at them weapons as compared to metals go up and down. Metals go up and down. You can lose your ass. You can make some money. Same thing with CBDCs, you know, like Bitcoin or ETH or whatever the hell, Ethereum, whatever. They go up and down also. You know, you can make money, you can lose your ass. Guns are one of the surest things for appreciation and value. Really, they really are. But, man, can't give me at the address in your town. It didn't work. Ship your land. Oh man, okay. You know, I looked at Springfield XDs for handguns. Yeah, it's a great option. If they had a compact version, because if I'm just going to range and shooting, these 1911 size of guns right here, those 1911 size of guns, that R1, these Colts back here, that R1, and even the Shadow 2 over here, the full size steel frame, yeah, out at the range, it'd be a great gun to shoot. But if I'm going to carry a gun, it's going to be that Glock, this PSA, or that CZ Shadow 2 compact with the aluminum frame, and it's a little shorter. It's just easier to carry. Just easier to carry. So, what's the other one? Oh yeah, my Canik compact, my Elite SC, my CZ P07, one of my first CZs, still one of my favorite CZs, I think, other than this Shadow 2 compact. I've had P10Ss, P10Cs, P07, P01, CZ75s. I've had a lot of different ones, tried a lot of different ones. The P09 is just a full-size version of a P07. The P10S is a micro handguns, and I've had a couple micros, which I didn't really like. They are the size of this 380 right here, but shooting a 9mm, and I didn't really like it. What I have for shooting 380 all the time is I saw in a gun shop a Thesis. What was it called? The Fatih. The Fatih. And it looks exactly like a looks like a cheetah, Beretta. Looks like a Beretta cheetah, but it shoots 380 instead of 9mm. I mean, and I think I think Beretta makes a 380 in that model also, but it looks exactly the same. And I bought it for $250 used. Wonderful shooting little gun. Wonderful shooting little gun. And another one, if you guys have never tried it, a 5.7x28, if you've never tried one, and I'm going to put in another plug for PSA, they have a 5.7x28. Buy theirs. Much cheaper than a Ruger or a Smith & Wesson or an FN. Just as reliable, just as good, half the money. So I have PSA ARs, I have PSA handguns, and PSA is a local company, South Carolina, United States company, make wonderful guns. They do. And they don't cost a whole lot. XDS and XDM, yep, nice guns, but you know what? They cost more than that PSA. Probably not, that Glock, but some Glocks are what, 6.5, 7? And I'm I'd rather not pay that much if I don't have to. Yeah, I did for the CZs. Yeah, I did for this one, but yeah, I'd rather not if I don't have to. What's another one I looked at? You know, I have a gun dealer, and he used to be a hog farmer, um, and he sold out, and then he farmed just dirt farm for a while, and then he sold out farm everything. His wife was a teacher; she retired. He opened a gun store. It is by road. If I go a mile north, a mile east, and an eighth of a mile south again, he lives right there. So across the section as a crows fly, it's a mile away from me. And Gary was an old Vietnam vet, Air Force vet. Um, B-52s. He was worked in the tail on a B-52. I don't know what that tail gun or whatever the hell they were back there. But he gets shit about being in the Air Force all the time. But yeah, he started a gun shop. So I buy guns from him, quite a few. I buy quite a few online. My neighbor, John Steyer, half mile to the south, was, I don't know, on 2 tours in 82nd back in the 90s, 80s, late 80s, 90s. He works in town um, at the local fitness center thing, community center. Um, but he also started a gun shop. And so I'll order some through him also. So I have 2 gun dealers within a mile this way and a mile that way of me. I have a gun dealer that's 45 minutes away over in Mesa City, which I like to go to. I haven't bought a gun there yet, but I did buy a knife. Now, I know YouTube doesn't have a thing against me handling knives because I have them as thumbnails and stuff. So just in case they have a thing about me handling knives, we're going to do that up right there. And then we're going to do that again. But you see that knife right there? I wish I could hold it up to show you. Oh, I can. Just wait a minute. We will do this and we will put that up like that maybe, and then we'll stand it up like that. Yeah. All right. Oh, then it just fell. That is a cold steel Magnum Tanto. I bought at that gun shop. I saw it in the case. I don't know whether they ordered it or whether somebody else did because they're a gun shop. They're not a knife shop. Oh, they got, those counter knives up there for people that do impulse buys. But this was in another case someplace back in the corner, which I saw it. And I asked him about it. And he said somebody had ordered it and didn't want it. So they had it in the case. And I said, how much? He told me how much. I said, if you can wait till tomorrow, I will be back with cash. And so he put it behind the counter for me. I came back and picked it up. I picked that knife up for $250, gentlemen. That's at least $100 below retail. At least $100 below retail, and it's brand new. And I got the case with it and everything. That is, what the hell? Let me pick this one up. That is as close to a small samurai blade as you're going to get. Magnum Tanto, and it's a Sanmai blade. And if you look, and you're not going to be able to see it with this camera, but right down here, you can see the Sanmai edge is a 1/4 inch up from the edge of the knife. You can see that line down there. You can see it on there. You can see it on the camera. That's the Sanmai. That's the edge of the Sanmai. And it's got a little ding in the blade right there. And I'll bet you can see it if I take my finger off of it. You see it right there? That little ding in the blade? Right there. That was the only thing that was wrong with that knife. That little bitty ding. And you can see it on the camera really well. But if you run your finger along there, you can't hardly feel it. And I will resharpen it one of these days, but I'm not going to do it now. That, my friends, is a wonderful knife. I'll lay that over there for right now. So, I don't know what else we can do with those. Yeah, parts for Berettas. There are a couple places you get parts for them. You can get them from Beretta. You can get several different part places I go to. Almonds up in Minnesota. Almonds, AHLMANS. Jack First Gun Parts in North Dakota, and Numerich Gun Parts. I don't even know where they're at. I just got a part for my brother's revolver that's laying here on the table in pieces that I have to fix yet. But I wanted to show you some because I made that one. It was a video I put online, and the thumbnail is still there. It shows a target with a hole in it. You know, it's got 3 holes that are all one within another. And it said I was going to show you the tools that made those. And I had a whole video made, and I was out here playing with guns and stuff, taking magazines out, making sure they were unloaded and everything. And YouTube gave me a strike. Well, they didn't give me a strike. They took down the video and they blacked it out so you can't see it. But it went against their community standards. So I went and looked at their community guidelines, and it says that I can't touch them. So I laid them all out here before, and I'll cover the camera up after, or while I'm doing something like this, and lay stuff out, and we'll see what YouTube does to me. Yeah, the XES is a sweet little piece, but you know, like the P10S and the size of handgun like that's 9mm. No, I won't shoot them. They're not fun to shoot. I mean, yeah, they'll save your life, but you're not going to want to go. You don't want to go out and practice with them because they hurt your hand so much. Those little guns just do not fit my hand well. I don't even like shooting at 380. I really don't. But if I'm wearing slacks or something like that I can't wear a harness or a holster with, I will stick that in my pocket because nobody can see that one. And having that little gun is better than having no gun. So, all right, guys, that's it. That's all I'm going to do on those for right now. We'll do some other stuff here one of these days. Like I say, I got to go to an alternate location and I got to bring guns back. So, we'll do that at another time, you know, and I wish some of you guys live close enough. We could actually go outside to my range out here, which is out by my shed in the ditch or out in the field, and do some shooting. But I know you guys are from all over the place. So anyway, that's it for me tonight. Remember, guys, there it is. Live free or die. Don't live YouTube and StreamYard and fucking libs tell you what to do and what you can't do. Don't anybody tell you what you can or can't do. We'll see you, man. Bye.